in my opinion, grew up in a world where it's been an extended adolescence. And hello, and welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a spend the day with me. So it is Saturday and it is very sunny in my area, but it is starting to cool down, so it's a bit nippy outside. So I'm just drinking me some hot coffee and warming myself up. I have a Pure Barre session booked for this morning. I'm going to do a little bit of skincare before I head out, and then I'm going to be putting up my Christmas decorations. So the last time that we were together, I told you guys that I was going to go with the rose gold theme, so we're still on track. I haven't pivoted. But yeah, I just wanted to open the vlog by saying, hey, if you're new here, my name is Yim, and I love helping women create a life that feels as beautiful as it looks by blending femininity, wellness, and intentional living for our softest season yet. If you are an oldie but a goodie, hey sissy, welcome back. So yeah, let's get this skincare going.
For you.
Good morning. Can I have a tall chai latte with almond milk and a pumpkin loaf?
Hot or ice for your beverage?
Hot.
What else for you today?
That's it.
Try it now, thank you.
My Pilates sesh was fire. I took it with an instructor named Miss Lindsay. Miss Lindsay is an older white woman, and she teaches Pure Barre Classic, and Miss Lindsay is so bomb. I absolutely love taking her classes. She's very inclusive in terms of making everyone feel very welcome when they come in the door. She's also inclusive in terms of her playlist. Like, she plays 80s music and country music and some R&B. When I first started barre, she was one of my first instructors, and she is honestly the reason why I kept doing it. Number one, because I just admire, women that are in their 60s and 70s that are pushing through and getting up every day and, living out their dreams. And also too, I admire the fact that, she does have the ability to be inclusive, and that she does listen to R&B and even some hip-hop music. So, but when I first started going, I was like, this is not for me. Because just simply there's not a lot of Black women, and it's not because they don't welcome you. It's just Black women just don't do Pure Barre in my area. Some do, I've seen one or two here and there, but there's not a lot of diversity in terms of different races or ethnicities. But I do like that there's a good little age range. So women my age, the younger women, we're all in there doing that stuff, and it's hard, so just for me being my age and being able to keep up with the young ones, that's inspiring. But nonetheless, it was a very good class. I am energized. I'm drinking my chai latte. I'm about to eat my little pumpkin loaf because I had to stop up here at the laundromat to wash my comforter. So my comforter is like a Cali King, and it's very big, and I like to bring it to the laundromat because I just feel like it gets very clean, and it doesn't get all wrinkled up, because I can use the big dryer so that it's just kind of like smoothed out when I lay it on the bed. But once I leave the laundromat, I'm gonna head over to Kroger really quick and pick up a few items. But I want to address something that I seen on TikTok when I was scrolling, and it was this notion that holiday hosting skipped a generation. I had to throw on my shades, but holiday hosting did not skip Gen X. Gen X is simply tired, and rightfully so. A lot of us, including myself, became mothers when we were barely grown. I was a mom at 17. I was married by 20, had all of my children by the age of 24. And so, you know, to me, that means that most of us have already done the hosting. You know, we've done the cooking, we've done the decorating, we've done the, you know, who's bringing the mac and cheese, and most of the time nobody brought anything to my house. I did it all. We've also done the holding space for everybody's drama. You know, we've also raised our kids. We done had them under our feet, hanging on to our coattail, the cleaning before and after, the emotional labor of, you know, just trying to keep things together. And we've been doing it for a long time. And not just a couple of years. You know, Gen Z, in my opinion, grew up in a world where it's been an extended adolescence. And I think that has become normal. Gen X didn't have that luxury. You know, we were working early, we were parenting early, married early, caretaking early, some of us aging early, burying our parents early. You know, we went straight from childhood to responsibility with no gap year. There was no soft life when I was 25. There was no pause button. So when people say we don't host or when we don't do this or that, the truth is we've already been hosting through our 20s and our 30s and our 40s. And now I can speak for myself in my late 40s. I'm choosing peace, you know, and into my 50s. And that's not avoidance. That's really earned rest. You know, I mean, and the truth is some Gen Xers are still raising kids, so they may be hosting. Some are raising grandkids. Some are caretaking for parents, you know, or they may have already shepherded their parents through their transition like me. But to me, I just never felt like hosting was just a meal. It's bandwidth, it's mental capacity, it's emotional reserve. And Gen X tanks has been running on grit and fumes since as long as I can remember. And the truth is many of the millennials are hosting now because they're in the season of raising small kids. They're building their homes and their home traditions. They enjoy the aesthetic, the charcuterie boards, and the holiday TikToks. And here's the kicker. I don't think they burn out. And good for them, because I say let them have their moment. Let them build their memories. You know, but always calling Gen X out for being selfish or being absent, it's just lazy commentary. And we don't care. There's no other way for me to say it. You know, we've paid our dues and the interest and the damn late fees. So, you know, we've done years of unpaid labor, holiday labor, you know, emotional labor, family labor. So I just thought that was a very interesting conversation. And what I want the Gen X women to do is to finally let themselves rest from hosting, because we've earned that. You know, we earned it. I was hosting before I even had a proper sense of adulthood. You know, I was doing the cooking all by myself, building the traditions. You know, it's a lot of heavy lifting. So, I mean, if in midlife I choose not to, respectfully, I think I earned it. And I'm absolutely not apologizing for it. And so, you know, I was hoping to pass the hosting baton to my grown kids, but they're not interested in that. They're absolutely not. And they don't have families. You know, my girls don't have children. They're single women, and they don't have any desire to do all of that. And I don't blame them, but I also don't want them to expect for me to always do it, because it's not fair. You know, this year was very chill for me. you know, because I've been listening to my body. I've been moving with intention. And this week, my body was saying no, you know, and I had in my heart, I had plans on going all the way out, because one thing I always want them to know is that they can come to mama's house and get them some good food to eat for the holidays. And so I had planned on going all the way out, but then at the last minute, I didn't. You know, I still cooked and the food was still delicious. But you know, my daughter came home from work, she grabbed her a plate and she was out the door. You know, they were looking at me like Wednesday, hubby and her was looking at me like, what you doing? Anyway, I can go on and on and on about this, and I don't want to talk y'all head off. But yeah, I will pick you up probably when I get home. Here's my tree that finally came. Actually, it only took like a day. I ordered it on Monday and I got it on Tuesday. I got it from Wayfair, so I will link it in the description. But this is that tree collar that I purchased from Michael's, and I think it just goes perfectly with this pink bow. I was rethinking all the pink, honestly. And I'm still on the fence about it, to be quite honest with you guys. But this tree is so full, and the frosted tips is exactly what I wanted for the aesthetic. But I wanted to show you guys what the tree looks like before I put my decorations up. So y'all, I'm finally sitting down. I've made me a hot toddy. I'm wrapped up in my robe. And honestly, this is one of my favorite corners in my house. Why? Because my husband loves this corner. It's like his chair. But I promised y'all I was going to finish up my Christmas tree tonight. But listen, life said no. Because I think I'm coming down with something, probably courtesy of my daughter and that nursing home that she works in. So I'm just going to give myself a little grace. And hopefully you guys will too. But since I'm posted up here anyway, I wanted to just talk a little bit more about the winter arc that I mentioned in my previous vlog. And I, basically gave you the gist of it. But, we know winter is that season where everything, slows down. As I stated, the cold comes in, nature literally forces you to rest and reset. And I feel like I'm in that same season personally. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing for the winter arc every single day in December is I'm going to be writing down some of my toxic traits, the ones that keep me feeling stuck or stressed. And not just writing them down and admitting them, but also brainstorming ways to actually grow out of them. And I'm just going to be honest, one of my biggest toxic traits is worry. I will worry myself into circles, and nobody knows it because I'm real calm, cool, and collected. But I will create scenarios in my head that haven't even happened. And this winter, I really want to let that go. Like, I am trying to trust myself, trust God, and trust the process a little bit more. Not everything needs my anxiety, on it. So that's a toxic trait. The other thing that I'm going to be working on, and I know a lot of y'all deal with this too, is imposter syndrome. And that one really gets me, especially being on YouTube, starting something new and just putting myself out there. Sometimes I, catch myself thinking like, girl, who you think who watching you? Like, and then I get, 50 views. And so this winter arc is all about stepping into who I actually am and not about who and what my insecurities tell me that I'm not. So that's where I am, just doing the inner work while I ride out this little winter season of my life. And honestly, I'm so excited about it. I feel good about it. I also feel like it's going to be messy and uncomfortable. But hey, it is what it is. So I'm at rest up for the rest of the evening, just drink the rest of this toddy. And then I'm pretty sure this bad boy will have me getting into bed early. Maybe not, because I am, I can drink. But, I did my skincare today, did some for tonight. And, I think I've got quite a few things accomplished. And I love to bring you guys along for the real, so you see who I am. I talk about a lot of things, but I think actually showing people who you really are and being really transparent with yourself and honest with yourself, because I can sit here, and pretend like life is perfect for me, but it's not. Nobody's perfect. We are all human. We are all fighting a good fight. We all got traumas. We all got insecurities. We all have celebrated some good things. We all have been through some storms, and still doing it. And so I just, this is just a part of my life that I care to share, because I know that it's going to help somebody else along the way. So I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. If you haven't done so already, hit the like button and share the video with someone who you think may enjoy this content. Also consider subscribing. It would be very appreciated. So thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye.